Let's talk about the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. Pero bago natin i-compute ang sum ng interior angles of any polygon, alamin muna natin kung ano nga ba ang interior angles ng isang polygon. Interior angle of a polygon is the angle formed between two adjacent sides of the polygon and it is measured on the inside of the polygon. Halimbawa, in this polygon which is a triangle, yung angle na nandito at nandito, since sila ay nasa loob, ang tawag sa kanila ay interior angles. From the word itself, interior, nasa loob yun. Meron din namang angle na nasa labas na ang tawag ay exterior angles, pero magkakaroon tayo ng separate video para sa exterior angle na yan. At ang sabi ng mga mathematicians, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Ibig sabihin, kapag pinagsama natin yung measure ni angle A at yung measure ni angle B at yung measure ni angle C, yung result ay palaging 180 degrees. At para mas maintindihan natin ang konseptong ito, gamitin natin yung GeoGebra na inihanda ko para sa inyo at nang ma-illustrate natin ng maayos kung ano ang ibig sabihin nitong sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Okay, let me prepare the GeoGebra. Okay. So, eto meron na akong inihandang triangle para sa inyo. Okay, so in this triangle, makikita natin that angle A measures 65 degrees, 65.66 degrees, ito yon. And then angle B measures 62.18 degrees, ito rin siya. And then angle C measures 52.15 degrees, ito yon. Pagka pinagsama-sama natin siya, the result is 180 degrees. Kahit pa baguhin natin yung position ng mga vertices natin, kahit pa mabago yung measurement ng bawat angles ng triangle o bawat interior angles ng triangle na to, the result, notice that the result is always equal to 180. No matter what, kahit palakihin natin yung triangle just like this or kahit paliitin natin siya, palaging 180 degrees yan. Ito yung real-time computation niya gamit ang ating GeoGebra. So, kahit na anong mangyari, kahit palitin, palakihin, or palaparin yung triangle, yung sum ng kanyang interior angles ay palaging 180 degrees. Tandaan natin yung konseptong to kasi this theorem will be used para ma-derive natin yung formula na gagamitin para mahanap natin yung sum of the interior angles of any polygon. Okay, so sige, balik tayo sa ating presentation. Okay. Ayan. So, going back to our presentation. Tulad nga ng nasabi ko kanina that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, na-illustrate natin yan doon sa GeoGebra. So, ibig sabihin, kahit anong uri ng triangle, pagka pinagsama-sama lahat ng interior angles niya, yung result ay palaging 180 degrees. Tandaan natin yan. Okay, sige. At ngayong alam na natin na 180 degrees talaga yung sum ng lahat ng interior angles ng isang triangle, pwede na nating i-derive yung formula ng polygon or formula na gagamitin natin para mahanap yung sum ng interior angles of any polygon. So, simulan natin dito. So, our first column will be about polygon. We have triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon. Ngayon, ang i-consider natin sa pag-derive, isa na dyan ay yung number of sides. So, for the number of sides, kung bibilangin natin yung sides ng triangle, merong 3. At kung bibilangin natin yung sides ng quadrilateral, merong 4. At kung bibilangin natin yung sides ng pentagon ay 5. For hexagon naman, 6. Okay? And then after that, ang isa pa sa mga i-consider natin sa pag-derive ng formula ay yung number of triangles. So lagyan natin third column. So for the number of triangles, makikita natin sa loob sa isang triangle, of course, merong isang triangle. So this is 1. At sa loob ng quadrilateral, makagagawa tayo ng 2 triangles. So this is 2. Sa loob naman ng pentagon, makagagawa tayo ng 3 triangles. So this will be 3. At sa hexagon naman, meron tayong 4 na triangles, at least 4 triangles na nasa loob. I am referring to the least number of triangles inside the polygon. Kasi makagagawa tayo ng maraming triangles pero we are talking about the least number of triangles na po pwedeng ma-draw sa loob ng kahit na anong polygon. So since 4 tong sa hexagon, so we have 4 here. At ngayon, para mahanap natin yung sum of the interior angles ng mga polygon na to, since alam naman na natin na ang triangle ay merong 180 degrees as the sum of the 3 interior angles. So pwede nating sabihin na yung number of triangle 1, imumultiply lang natin sa constant na 180 degrees. And that will give us 180 degrees. Tama naman yun kasi nga naipakita natin kanina using our GeoGebra na yung sum ng interior angles ng isang triangle ay equal sa 180 degrees. So this expression or this equation is correct. Ngayon, tignan naman natin yung sa quadrilateral. Ilang triangles ba meron tayo sa quadrilateral? 2, base sa nakita natin dito. Talaga namang 2 lang. Okay, so 2. Pwede rin natin siyang sabihin 2 times 180 degrees kasi 2 triangle at sa bawat triangle merong 180 degrees na sum ng interior angles niya. So 2 will be multiplied by 180 degrees and that will give us 360 degrees. Ganon din sa pentagon since meron siyang 3 triangle at sa isang triangle may 180 degrees na sum yung lahat ng interior angles niya. So this will be 3 times 180 degrees and it will be it will result to 540 degrees. And also dito sa hexagon meron siyang 4 triangles. Multiply lang natin yung 4 by 180 degrees and that gives us 720 degrees. Ganon din yung mangyayari kapag ang hinanap nating sum of the interior angles ay sa heptagon, sa octagon, sa nonagon, sa decagon, andecagon, dodecagon, n-gon. Okay, o sige, para ma-generalize natin yung formula, let us try to observe the pattern of our derivation. So kung titignan natin mula sa number of sides, from triangle we have 3, sa quadrilateral 4, sa pentagon 5, sa hexagon 6. Then for the number of triangles, notice na sa bawat number of triangles, nag-minus 2 lang tayo. So from 3 minus 2 naging 1, 4 minus 2 naging 2, 5 minus 2 naging 3, 6 minus 2 naging 4. Ibig sabihin, yung number of triangles can be expressed using this expression, n minus 2. So, in any polygon, n minus 2 is the number of triangles inside that polygon. Least number of triangles yan ha. And then, since n minus 2 yung number of triangles at yung number of triangles naman ay ginagamit natin dito at imumultiply sa 180 degrees. So, instead na maglagay tayo ng 1, 2, 3, 4 as the number of triangles, i-generalize natin siya as n minus 2. At imumultiply natin sa constant na 180 just like what we did in this illustration. So, the general formula for the sum of the interior angles of any polygon, I mean convex polygon, is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Okay, let's now proceed to the next slide. So ito na. This is now the general formula for the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, which is quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And let us try to apply that formula para naman malaman natin kung paano siya gamitin. Okay, so here is our first problem. Find the sum of the interior angles of an octagon. Alam naman natin na ang octagon ay merong 8 sides. So solution, n is equal to 8. As I said, yung octagon ay merong 8 sides. And using our formula, we have the sum of the interior angles is equal to the quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Substitute lang natin. Since alam naman natin that the value of n in this formula, kasi yan yung number of sides, the value of n here is 8. So we have 8 minus 2. Okay, and then don't forget the parentheses to avoid confusion. So times 180 degrees. And after that, this is equal to what's the difference of 8 and 2? That is 6. Then lagyan pa rin natin ng parentheses just to indicate that 6 is the difference of 8 and 2. So 6 times the constant of our equation or our formula, that is 180 degrees. And if we are going to multiply 6 by 180 degrees, the result is 1080 degrees. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of an octagon is 1080 degrees. Let's take another example. So for our second problem, we have to find the sum of the interior angles of a nonagon. So solution, n is equal to 9 since a nonagon has 9 sides. And using our formula, sum of the interior angles is equal to the quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And that is equal to, substitute lang natin, n is 9. So this is 9 minus 2. Then don't forget the parentheses, times 180 degrees. And then this is equal to the difference of 9 and 2 is 7. So this is 7 times the constant 180 degrees. And that is equal to 1260 degrees. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of a nonagon is 1260 degrees. Napakadali lang, di ba? Ang dali lang talaga gamitin ng formulang to. Very useful. Okay, let's try another example. Suppose we have to find the sum of the interior angles of a 15 gon. So pag sinabi nating 15 gon, it is a polygon with 15 sides. Okay, so solution, n is equal to 15, the number of sides. And for our formula, i-substitute lang natin yung value ng n, which is 15 minus the constant 2. And then parenthesis, lagyan natin, times 180 degrees. Is equal to, anong difference, anong result pagka pinag-minus natin yung 15 by 2? So of course, that is 13 times 180 degrees is equal to 2,340 degrees. Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of a 15 gon is 2,340 degrees. Another example, mas maraming example, mas maganda kasi guide nyo to. Okay, a polygon has an interior angle sum of 1,440 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? Take note of this problem. Kanina, ang hinahanap natin ay yung sum ng interior angles ng polygon. Pero in this problem, given yung sum ng interior angle niya which is 1,440 in this example. At ang pinapahanap sa atin ay yung number of sides. Kaya-kayang isolve yan ng formula na dinerive natin kanina? The answer is yes. Kasi yung dalawang variable doon sa formula na dinerive natin kanina ay yung number of sides at yung isa naman ay yung sum of the interior angles. So alinman sa kanilang dalawa ang mawala, pwede natin gamitin gamit yung formula na na-derive natin. So solution. Alam naman natin from the given problem that the sum of the interior angles of the given polygon is 1,440. At ang hinahanap natin ay yung number of sides which is represented by the variable n. And so using our formula, substitute lang natin yung sum of the interior angles from this problem is 1,440 and that is equal to the expression quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And ang gagawin natin since n yung hinahanap natin, kailangan ma-isolate natin si n. Kailangan mag-isa na lang si n dito sa side ng equation na to. And to do that, kailangan nating tanggalin sa buhay ni n si negative 2 and at the same time si 180 degrees. So what are we going to do para mawala yun? Kailangan nating applyan ng properties of equality. So the first property of equality that we are going to use will be division or multiplication property of equality or division property of equality kasi baligtaran lang naman yon. So we are going to divide both sides of the equation by 180 degrees. Una nating kunin yung 180 degrees. Actually, yung opposite na operation niya na kasi ito multiplication, so yung opposite niya ay division, kaya magde-divide tayo sa both sides ng equation by 180 degrees. So this is 1,440 degrees divided by 180 degrees. And that is equal to the expression n minus 2 times 180 degrees all over 180 degrees. And if we are going to divide 1,440 degrees by 180 degrees, the quotient is 8. And also, if we are going to divide the expression n minus 2 times 180 degrees, makakancel lang tong 180 degrees dito. Okay, pwede tayong mag-cancel dyan since the operation is multiplication. And so, pag na-cancel na yung 180 degrees, ang matitira ay n minus 2 na lang. So, this is equal to n minus 2. And since may katabi pa si n which is the -2 or the -2, kailangan nating dagdagan ng +2 or ng +2 para mawala yung -2 na yan. And since nag-plus tayo ng 2 sa right side of the equation, mag-plus din tayo ng 2 sa left side of the equation. Ang tawag dyan, addition property of equality. Madidiscuss natin yan kapag nandun na tayo sa algebra. Okay, so if we are going to add 2 plus 8, that is 10. And that is equal to yung -2 at +2, magiging 0 na yan. So n na lang matitira. Therefore, the polygon has 10 sides because the value of our n here, as we obtained, we have 10. Okay, dali lang. So ito pala ay isang decagon. Pero hindi naman tinatanong dito kung anong polygon siya. Ang tinatanong lang kung how many sides does the polygon have. So our answer must be the polygon has 10 sides. Okay, so another example for this. We have a polygon has an interior angle sum of 720 degrees. What polygon is it based on the number of sides? Okay, again, the same situation. Given yung sum of the interior angles ng polygon which is 720 degrees in this problem. At ang tanong sa atin, what polygon is it? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan nating identify anong polygon yon. Depende sa number of sides na ma-obtain natin. So, okay, solution, we are going to use our formula or given muna tayo. Sum of the interior angles as given in our problem is 720 degrees and also yung n natin is unknown kasi nga hindi pa natin alam how many sides are there. And that is why aalamin natin. So, sum of the interior angles is equal to the quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And then, substitute natin, sum of the interior angles as given here is 720 degrees equals the expression n minus 2 or quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees. And the same process pa rin. Kailangan ma-isolate natin si n or kailangan mag-isa na lang si n sa other side of the equation. And to do that, kailangan nating applyan ng division property of equality. Divide natin both sides by 180 degrees para mawala yung 180 degrees dito sa right side of the equation. Okay, so 720 degrees divided by 180 degrees equals this expression n minus 2 times 180 degrees to be divided by 180 degrees. And again, pagka dinivide natin yung 720 degrees by 180 degrees, the result is 4. And also, pagka dinivide natin yung expression na quantity n minus 2 times 180 degrees by 180, makakancel lang automatic yung 180 degrees dyan. Hindi na tayo mahihirapan. So, matitira na lang ay n minus 2. So, this is n minus 2. At para mawala ng tuluyan yung mga katabing expressions ni n, which is -2 in this step, kailangan lang nating mag-add ng 2. Mag-add rin tayo dito ng 2. And 2 plus 4 is 6. And then, since -2 at +2 ay magiging 0, ang matitira ay n na lang. Therefore, the polygon has 6 sides and it is a hexagon. Kasi nga, ang tawag sa polygon na may 6 sides ay hexagon. Okay, so ganun lang kadali yun. What if ganito yung maging situation? Ang dami kasing application ng lesson na to eh. Halimbawa ito, a non-regular pentagon has 4 interior angles measuring 100 degrees, 120 degrees, 130 degrees, and 140 degrees. Find the measure of the 5th interior angle. So in this problem, yung given natin ay isang non-regular pentagon. Pag sinabi nating non-regular pentagon, hindi equal lahat ng interior angles niya. Ganun din, hindi equal lahat ng length of sides niya. Kaya lang, hindi natin maiiwasan that there are times na makaka-encounter talaga tayo ng non-regular polygon. Just like this, non-regular pentagon. At alam naman natin na ang pentagon ay merong 5 sides. So our n here is 5 and let's say that this 100 degree angle is our angle 1 and 120 degrees will be angle 2 and 130 degrees is angle 3 at ito namang 140 degrees ay angle 4. Actually, pwede naman silang magkarambol-rambol, pwedeng magkabaligtaran, pero for me, kung anong arrangement dito sa problem, ganun na lang din yung label na nilagay ko. So, since nauna si 100 degrees, so I let angle 1 be equal to 100 degrees. And so, using the formula, so to solve this problem, kailangan muna nating alamin kung ano ang sum ng interior angles ng pentagon. Regardless kung regular or irregular man yung polygon or yung pentagon, yung sum ng interior angle niya ay equal pa rin. Ganon din sa triangle. Kapag ka regular or irregular yung triangle, same pa rin sila ng sum of interior angles. That is true for all polygons. So gamitin natin yung formula to determine the sum of the interior angles of the polygon, of the pentagon I mean. So substitute natin yung value ng n which is 5 in this situation. So we have 5 minus 2, then don't forget the parentheses, and then times 180 degrees, and that gives us what is 5 minus 2? That is 3 times 180 degrees. Pag minultiply natin yung 3 by 180 degrees, the result is 540 degrees. Iyan yung sum ng lahat ng interior angles ng pentagon, regardless kung regular man siya or non-regular pentagon. Pero ang hinahanap dito sa problem ay the measure of the fifth interior angle. Given na yung 4, etong mga to, ang pinapahanap sa atin ay yung pang-5. So, we can find the fifth interior angle using this method. So, alam naman na natin that the sum of all interior angles of a pentagon is 540 as we computed here. Ayan yung 540, bringing down lang natin. Minusan natin siya ng first angle na given sa problem which is 100 degrees minus another angle which is 120 degrees, yung measure ng angle 2, minus 130 degrees, yung measure ng angle 3, minus the measure of angle 4 which is 140 degrees. And if we are going to simplify this expression, the result is 50 degrees. And therefore, we can say that the measure of the fifth interior angle is 50 degrees in this situation. Pagka pinag-add mo yung 50 degrees, 100 degrees, 120 degrees, 130, and 140 degrees, babalik tayo dito sa may sum na 540 degrees. Ganun lang kadali. Okay, let's take another example. Medyo related sa ganitong situation. A non-regular hexagon. Again, non-regular na naman. Ibig sabihin, hindi equal lahat ng measurement ng interior angles nito. Non-regular hexagon has 5 interior angles measuring 110 degrees, 115 degrees, 120 degrees, 125 degrees, and 130 degrees. Find the measure of the sixth interior angle. So given yung 5 interior angles ng non-regular hexagon, ang ipinapahanap sa atin ay yung pang-6 na interior angle. Ano kaya ang measurement ng pang-6 given na yung 5? So first thing to do, kailangan malaman muna natin kung ano ang sum or total ng interior angle, measurement ng interior angle ng isang hexagon. Kaya magagamit pa rin natin yung ating formula. So n is equal to 6 and yung angle 1 natin, let 110 degree be the angle 1 and 115 degrees be the angle 2, 120 degrees is the angle 3, and 125 degrees is our angle 4, 130 degrees is our angle 5. Pwede magkapalit-palit yung mga yan. It doesn't matter kasi commutative naman yung addition. Okay, so sum of the interior angles is equal to n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Ito yung formula na kanina pa natin ginagamit. And so this is equal to, substitute natin yung n which is 6. So 6 minus 2 times 180 degrees, and that will be equal to, ano nga yung difference ng 6 and 2? Of course, that is 4 times 180 degrees. And if we are going to multiply 4 by 180 degrees, the result is 720 degrees. At hindi yan yung sagot natin, of course. Kasi ito yung sum ng lahat ng interior angles ng non-regular hexagon o kahit regular yung hexagon. Ang hahanapin natin ay yung pang-6 na interior angles. Given yung 5, hanapin natin yung pang-6. So to find the sixth interior angle, we are going to subtract the sum of the interior angles of a hexagon which is 720 degrees by the first 5 interior angles na given dito sa problem natin. So minus tayo ng 110 minus 115 minus 120 minus 125 minus 130 degrees. And if we're going to simplify this expression from 720 degrees, minusan natin ang lahat ng to, the difference is 120 degrees. Therefore, the measure of the sixth interior angle is 120 degrees. Okay? O diba? Madali lang naman. Napakaraming application ng formula na to, and in real life situation, magagamit pa rin natin siya lalo na kapag nasa architecture kayo or kapag may kinalaman sa tessellation yung gagawin nyo. Okay, so to verify or to try your understanding, kindly answer this problem number 1 and number 2. For problem number 1, you have to find the sum of the interior angles of a 20-sided polygon. And in problem number 2, how many sides does a polygon have if the sum of its interior angles is 1,260 degrees? So baligtaran, dyan sa problem number 1, hahanapin ang interior angles ng 20-sided polygon. Sa problem number 2, hahanapin yung number of sides ng polygon na yung sum ng interior angle niya ay 1,260 degrees. Good luck at sana masagutan nyo. Thank you so much for listening and have a nice day.